Welcome to the free life insurance training brought to you by lifeinsurancetrainers.com. Today we're going to discuss term versus permanent life insurance, and I'm going to share with you a fun slide that I built that will really, I think, help you understand the differences between term and permanent. Why would you rent an apartment? What are some of the reasons? What are some of the advantages and disadvantages behind renting an apartment? Well, typically, some of the advantages are that it's more affordable initially. Maybe long-term, it's more unaffordable. So that's a disadvantage. Is long-term, it might be unaffordable. The advantage are it's a level cost initially. You know what you're getting into with your rent. No surprises. The disadvantage is sometimes when you rent for, let's say, a 5-year lease, at the end of that lease, guess what? The price is going to go up. Same thing with term life insurance. The neat thing about renting is you could rent for 6 months, right? You could rent for 12 months. You could rent for a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even a 5-year lease. Same thing with term life insurance. You can set your lengths. The big disadvantage is all that money you're spending on rent, guess what? You do not build equity. And we know that, but the same thing in term. There's no equity. The neat thing about renting is you can rent to buy, right? You could have it in your contract that you're going to rent for a few years, but you may have an option to buy. So the same thing with renting life insurance. Term life insurance has conversion privilege to actually owning the insurance. The disadvantage, one of the main disadvantages of term is that statistically you're going to outlive the plan before you need it the most. So check it out. Why own? Well, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of buying a home? Because I think of owning, I think of permanent life insurance. Well, the neat thing about owning is you build equity, right? The disadvantage could be an initial higher cost than that rent would have cost you. The advantages are you own the plan. You take it with you. It's yours forever, provided you do what you're supposed to do in that plan. No one can take it from you, right? And they can't price you out of it if it's properly managed and funded. Disadvantage are initially you could have lower coverage as a result of that higher cost. So to me, when I'm advising clients, I'm always going to protect today first, and if that means term, that means term. We must protect the families first. So initially with permanent, you might have lower coverage depending on affordability. The neat thing about owning a home is you can pay it off early. You can pay it off in 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years. Same thing with permanent life insurance. You could offset those premiums or pay it up in a certain amount of. The disadvantage are it's got a lot more bells and whistles. It's a more complex animal, so you've got to be more professional in the way that you educate your clients. If they understand it, then they're comfortable with it, then they'll see the reasons to invest in it. Now, the advantages of permanent life insurance and owning that home is it's guaranteed to pay a claim. You're going to die one day, so it's guaranteed. It's the only product that's guaranteed to pay a claim. The disadvantages are the cost. Waiting to buy a permanent life plan down the road can increase the cost of waiting. So, why rent versus why own? Well, to me, I think personally, I believe having a blend of the two more often than not might be the right solution. I have 3 term plans and a permanent plan on myself. And I share with clients why I have that, why I layer and structure my term, and why I have some that last forever. But most importantly, and you'll find it in the free training videos, most importantly is find the need. Find the personal need, number 1. Number 2, find what's affordable. And number 3, set goals to fill that need. Regardless of the plan, protect today first, and then strategize for long-term retirement. Good luck, and we'll see you at the top of the charts.